Welcome to the Ole Boys Podcast, Episode 1, The Marvel Men. I'm Jaron Weatherly.
Ew. It's Brett.
You got Jeffrey here.
Gotta get closer.
Jeffrey.
And our sponsor today is the Ole Boys YouTube channel, Ole Boys at the Round Table.
Yeah. Give us a look.
Yeah, go subscribe to us on YouTube for trailer reactions, breakdowns, all kinds of stuff. Brett, hit the theme song.
Let's get it started.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about some different Marvel things, but mainly the Infinity War trailer just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Been waiting long for this, and I think it didn't disappoint. It was very good.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't give any spoilers away, I don't think, but it was just the first trailer, so, you know. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
We've all been waiting for this for years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, since Iron Man came out.
And I think, I think it's been like, over the couple of films, it's really been like a story. It's very like developed. It feels like it's one gigantic like film. It's from like Iron Man all the way up until now. It's like a development of these characters. So you have the best possible like version of Iron Man you can see because of his development. Like I feel like that's really going to be impactful if and when these characters do ultimately die. I feel like because we've had them like come up through the entire MCU since 2008, it's been a like big, large development process rather than just like one movie.
Yeah, I think the Guardians of the Galaxy are really gonna like steal the show in this because it's centered around Thanos, and they're really bringing in Thanos, and they're also starting like the cosmic era of Marvel, and they're bringing in Thanos, so I think they're gonna be a big deal.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see them meet the Avengers on Earth. That's going to be some good scenes, right? Some funny stuff, and seeing Rocket talk to them.
It's got to be interesting because like they have a closer connection to Thanos than the Avengers do because they've never even met Thanos.
Yeah, the people on Earth, I don't think they even know who Thanos is, right?
No.
Any of them do? No.
Mm-hmm. When we meet like the characters, I wonder what the dynamic's going to be like because I mean, Civil War has just happened, and it's been probably by Infinity War it'll be 2 years?
Almost 3.
Yeah.
I think 3.
Civil War came out in 16.
Yeah.
18,
years.
so 2.
2 years.
Because it came out in wow, it'll be 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Civil War is going to set this up. I mean, they're going to be separated, and they're going to have to come together to do this.
Yeah.
They can't do this on their own. It'll at least look like it happened in Wakanda.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. I wonder, and we're looking for one more stone. Do you guys think that the Soul Stone has to be in Wakanda?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
And since T'Challa's father just died in Civil War, the Soul Stone plays a really big part in Black Panther like comics and how they communicate to their ancestors.
I think in Black Panther, when it's coming out February, we're definitely going to see. Hopefully the stone, but maybe just they set it up or something. But I think this is going to be a really big setup movie for Infinity War.
Yeah.
Maybe the main one.
On top of being, because I don't think it's going to be real. I mean, it's not going to really be an origin story. Not really.
No.
What's his name? Josh Brolin said it's really going to be like. He said Thanos was an emotional role.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be really big on Thanos.
I'm talking about Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
As an origin story. I don't think it will because we've already met him.
Definitely.
I think it's going to be kind of like what Spider-Man was.
Yeah, I think there's going to be element. I think I think it's going to be is that you're going to get the development of this character coming back from Civil War. His dad has just died. There's a lot of emotional stuff going on. And come back to Wakanda and realize that somebody's already taken over the king spot, Got to defeat him and stuff. I think that dynamic is going to play. But the main question is, since we are talking about Infinity War, do you think that Cap or Bucky will show up in Black Panther?
I think
1 to 10 ratio.
I think Bucky, there's a very good chance. I think Cap has a good chance too, but I think Bucky does have a good chance because he's already there. I mean, we don't know. They put him in that little, I don't know what it's called, but I think
Yeah, they
Civil
freeze
War-
him or something.
They freeze him, but we don't know what.
But Cap is there.
Yeah,
Well,
Cap is there, but he might.
I actually think
And in the trailer, I watched the trailer breakdown, and it shows that Cap. There's a picture of Cap in the back on the first Black Panther teaser trailer. There's a picture of him. Yeah.
I actually personally don't think either of them are gonna show up in Black Panther. Because I think if anybody's gonna show up, it's gonna be the Winter Soldier because he's actually there.
Yeah. Well,
But
Cap was there too. He was in the post-credit scene for Civil War. He was standing with Black Panther in Wakanda.
yeah, but I think
Right.
I think Captain America is just gonna be off doing his own thing.
He's
and-
in hiding though, so we don't
Yeah.
know where he's
Yeah.
hiding at.
Mhm.
Because he's kind of it's gonna be weird because he's gonna be kind of going against America now. Like he's almost, I don't know if you would say he's a villain too.
He's not a villain.
No, he's not a villain.
I think
but,
it's gone. He's gone rogue.
yeah.
It's more of a just has no boundaries. He's just doing what he thinks is right.
So I don't think it's ever gonna be Captain America
Because-
I think it's gonna be Nomad or something.
Yeah, well, it is Nomad because if your best friend, the friends and team that you had completely just went against you and you knew what was right. See, even when Captain America's coming out, even though Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, I was on Team Cap because of the political reason of that the government should not get involved with the superheroes. And I always thought I was on Team Cap, and I believe Team Cap won that film.
Yeah.
And I don't want to bring DC in because it's
It was
so
also
bad right now.
because
But
of
Batman
Black
v
Widow's
Superman, it
portrayal.
was like you didn't really know who the winner was. It's mutually exclusive, right?
That was awful.
Not
Civil
even worth
War.
talking about it.
Civil War, yeah, not even worth talking about it. Civil War, you knew who the winner was.
Yeah.
You came Captain America, his team won that fight. Even Iron Man during the scene when Ant-Man blows up and becomes Giant Man. Tony Stark was like, does anybody have any weird gifts that they'd like to expose now? Because he's like desperate because their team was beating them.
But I think in the end, the Captain America versus Iron Man, I think that pretty much just sums up the whole movie. That's really just the resolution.
I think that sums up how Cap feels.
Yeah.
That's what caused him to feel that way. Because in the scene when they're talking about the Accords, you know that camera pan that was just right on him, and you could see he was going. It was just he didn't believe what was going on was
I know
right.
what you're talking about.
And then to get that call that the love of his life had just passed away.
Yeah.
I think Infinity War is really going to take up that. I would even say maybe like Infinity War is kind of like Civil War was like the prequel to Infinity War. They set up a very good character dynamic with these characters to like see this is like what is gonna. This is the outcome of what happened there and how they're gonna feel about each other because this is not Ultron again. All right. This is Thanos. He wants to destroy the entire Earth. He doesn't want to repurpose it like Loki or like Ultron. He doesn't want to repurpose it for something else. He wants to completely wipe it out. That's what's different.
I was also reading something about Loki in the first Avengers that he lost on purpose. Have you heard about that?
I haven't heard that.
Because
What is it?
because he got banished from Asgard. He wanted Thor to take him as prisoner at the end of the movie so he could get back into Asgard, and eventually took over the throne.
True.
I like that.
Well, now Asgard is destroyed.
And
Yeah.
one thing I saw in the trailer for Infinity War when it shows Thanos talking, it looks like they're on another planet. He says something instead of like destroying the universe or doing something. He says, "I'm trying to bring." He says, "Bringing balance to it." And also, know what I thought? That's kind of what Darth Vader kind of thought in Star Wars movies. He wanted to bring a balance to the Force rather than just becoming some big villain and destroying everything.
Yeah.
So maybe Thanos thinks he's going to balance it and not destroy it. Maybe he wants to, who knows, get rid of just the superheroes. But, clearly in his path he's going to kill.
And maybe since they're making a connection to Darth Vader, they could do something like Star Wars, like Thanos tries to get Gamora or Nebula on his side.
That could very well happen.
Yeah.
I think it would be huge, like a big, holy crap moment if Gamora joined sides with
Definitely.
Thanos.
And that'd
Everybody
be
would
crazy.
be insane. And Peter Quill, can you imagine what he would be going through?
Oh, yeah.
Seeing the love of.
I know.
mean, he's in love with Gamora, and we all know it. Change sides. That would be.
I think it'd be great if they did that.
That'd be very ballsy, and I would be totally that. That's why I think with Rey, in Star Wars, it's another connection. If she turns to the dark side, I've been championing the theory Reylo, and I know some of the fans out there on our Star Wars video love that we champion Reylo, but I personally believe the Reylo thing could happen. It's a possibility, and I think that would be very ballsy because that showing a character going from good to bad. Where I think that with Gamora, I think that could be a very like joining her dad, and how could Peter Quill feel about that? And just having she's pretty powerful. I wonder if their powers will be amped up when they come to Earth. You know how when humans go to space, everything is less.
Yeah.
What if they came to Earth, everything just got amped up?
If you really think about it, none of the Guardians have their own really. They're not like an overpowerful thing. They don't have any Infinity Stones or something like Vision to like. Is honestly the only reason they beat who's the villain in the first one? What's his name? Ronan. It's because they distract him, they out tricked him. I think that's kind of how the Guardians work. They're going to out trick you, and they're going to do these kind of things to win instead of just like. Yeah, but I don't think that's going to work with Thanos. Yeah, but also overpowering him is not going to work.
It's not going to work either because he has the Infinity Gauntlet, and
I think they're going to need to bring in somebody. That could happen in the second one. They're going to need
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, exactly, Captain Marvel. I was thinking about that. They're going to need someone way more powerful.
Yeah, because.
And if Vision loses a stone, he's going to be nothing.
Yeah, because he's very powerful. He can fly through people. He can shoot with that laser thing. He's got superhuman strength.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even hit him when he's using a stone.
And, I was watching Civil War the other day, and Hawkeye goes up and punches him like 50 times, and it doesn't do anything.
Exactly.
I think whenever they when Thanos gets the Infinity Stone out of him, I think he's going to die then because basically the Infinity Stone is what powers him, makes him alive and stuff. And so I don't think that he's going to be able to survive.
I honestly don't know how they're going to defeat Thanos, if they even defeat Thanos. I mean, Kevin Feige has been saying, and we'll wrap it up right here. Kevin Feige has been saying this is like a finale to this story in the MCU. Like, think about the MCU, even though it's been 10 years, think about it as a season of like a television show. This is the wrap-up of the season, okay? Mm-hmm. The next season's going to have new characters. It's like an anthology series. The next season's going to have new characters, new storylines. Maybe some of the old characters will cross back into this. But what if Thanos wins? What if he wins? What if everybody dies and we haven't thought of that possibility because they've announced movies, but maybe the Spider-Man movie that they have announced, maybe that's for Miles Morales. Maybe this is going to end what we think in the next and this is wrapping up the next MCU story, the next Phase 4 and on will be new characters. The Earth has never ever heard of Iron Man or Tony Stark. Like, none of these characters ever existed in the universe. Mm-hmm. What if that is the world we're living in after Infinity War? What if Thanos succeeds?
It's a very sad world.
To that is because that means Thanos would still be there. So somehow, either Thanos is going to get defeated or something, or he's just going to destroy everything, Because, for them to be other stuff, I think Thanos is going to have to get rid of. So, I don't know.
What do you think about Galactus killing
I really
killing
want
Thanos?
I really want Galactus to make a good appearance because, Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, that was pretty awful.
Yeah.
As a cloud.
And I know we got to go soon, but we are all on board for this Fox Disney deal that's going through.
Oh yeah.
It came out a while ago that they were in negotiations, but now it is resurfaced that they are coming close to a final deal, and I think that is the greatest thing. And I think I figured out how they can do. I would personally, even though we're going to get 2 Deadpool movies. All right, we're going to get our good dose of it, but man. Imagine Deadpool in the MCU going off of Spider-Man.
Because in the comics, Deadpool has fought Thanos one-on-one.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
What if that's a post-credit scene? What if Deadpool shows up?
I just want to see Deadpool take a crack at him.
Oh, my goodness. All right. This is the Old Boys Podcast. Like and subscribe to Old Boys at the Round Table. Yes. We'll be back. We're going to be doing a podcast soon on Star Wars because it's coming out soon.
Oh, yeah.
We will be doing some more Marvel stuff. All kinds of things, and podcasts where you get to just know about us. There's more Old Boys, but this is kind of going to be our podcast groups, me, Brett, and Jeffrey, and occasionally Jacob. And this is kind of our group that's just going to stick to the podcast, so you guys are going to get to hear us a lot. I kind of want to start doing like TV show reviews. Mm-hmm. If you guys like that idea, comment Stranger Things. I need to finish it. I've been very busy working on some stuff. I'm working on a Star Wars trailer right now, so that'll be out next Thursday, guys. Okay, 14th. The 14th. All exciting stuff. This is the Old Boys Podcast. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.